Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Thanks God. We are praying to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Due to today, we can meet again in the subject of English for tourism. Starting our lecture today, let's reciting together Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, I would like to be continue related to the topic of tourism destination. I think this subject is very interesting and very relevant with the historical studies or historical discipline, because as we know that every tourism destination around the world, not only in Indonesia, always have the historical background, having the story as the background. Because of that, it is very important, particularly for student of history education, if you will become the, for example, tour leaders or guide for the tourism destination, you have, all of you have the potential to explain, to describing, to telling to the tourists, particularly from abroad, about the background of history or background of the what we call as the origin matters related to the place or historical site or tourism destination. As we know also, Indonesia is a country that an interesting area regarding the tourism destination. Indonesia has many thousand of islands, maybe more than 10,000 islands, from west in Sumatra to east in Papua. And every island in Indonesia has had also an interesting tourism destination. But unfortunately, as I have mentioned last week, that if we compare with other tourism destination in Southeast Asia region, for example, the tourism destination Indonesia is still left behind. So what the problem? What the solve of problem related to the condition of tourism destination in Indonesia? I think it is become the big homework, and also you as the student of history education should be searching the factors, the causes why the tourism destination in Indonesia as the beautiful country, as the interesting tourism destination in one hand, but in other hand, the visitor of tourists, particularly from abroad, is still less comparing with the Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and other Southeast Asia countries uh, in ASEAN region. Okay, so today I would like to still try to explain about the tourism destination in Indonesia, particularly in West Java. Of course, should be seen also in comparison with other area. What we call is internal or external dimension. Okay, so we can say that our tourism destination is very interesting or is very beautiful, it is okay, but should be available about the comparison. Okay, comparison maybe with other tourism destination in our country ourselves in internal, and also should be compared with other tourism destination from overseas countries. Okay. Okay, so let's we see that in our profile, West Java, there's also many interesting tourism destination. Maybe not only in Bandung, in your surrounding area in West Java, there's the potential tourism destination that can be developed. So the critical question is how we can develop, we can enhance our tourism destination in our surrounding area so that there's many visitor for this tourism destination, particularly about the visitor comes from overseas countries, comes from abroad. Okay, I think if the visitor just come from domestic tourists, it is also okay, but our objective, our goal is not only the tourists from domestic, but also from international or overseas countries. Why the tourists from abroad is very critical, is very important, and this is giving the positive for the economic income or economic growth, because if the tourists who comes from abroad, they will stay, for example, in Indonesia or in West Java or in our area, not only spend of money for food, for example, drink, but also for hotel, for transportation, and for others. So because of that, I think it is very important to invite the tourists from abroad, not merely from the domestic. Okay, domestic tourist is good, but if we compare with overseas tourists, the overseas tourist is very critical, particularly in uh, economic generating or economic income. And as I had mentioned that from tourism sector, particularly see 1960s in the time of new order government, it is very growing and growing because the income generating from the oil and gas, for example, it is decreasing slowly but surely. Okay. Okay, so let me see. It is just an example about the three tourism destination in West Java province. We know about the Mount Tangkuban Parahu, okay, in Bandung. I think it is the border area between the Bandung Regency and Subang Regency, okay. And then we also know about the Gunung Padang, Mount Padang in Cianjur Regency, and we also know about the Ujung Genteng Beach in Sukabumi Regency. I think these three tourism destination is very important and also beautiful tourism destination. But the critical question is how the condition and how also if we compare with internal and external condition with other tourism destination. For example, in internal, how we can compare between Mount Tangkuban Perahu in Bandung, for example, with the uh, Danau Toba in North Sumatra, particularly in number of visitor. And number of visitor here is not only domestic tourists, but also international tourists. So if the number of visitor, for example, in Mount Tangkuban Perahu less comparing with the Danau Toba in North Sumatra, it is meaning that there's many weakness factors from the management of tourism sector in Bandung or in West Java. Okay, so I think we can mention that this tourism destination is good or bad should be compared with other tourism destination internally or externally. Okay. Uh, Mount Tangkuban Perahu, as we know, I think it is the old tourism destination since the 19th century, 20th century until currently 21st century. This tourism destination is well known, but the condition, if you see about the Tangkuban Perahu destination, okay, when I was coming to Bandung in 1983, okay, I think the condition is not drastically changing, okay, still stable, not progress drastically. So because of that, the number of visitor, not only domestic tourists, but also international tourists is stable or decreasing. Okay. Maybe just one, for example, 100, okay, for from intentional tourists or overseas tourists. Okay. Uh, Maybe from the domestic tourists, there's 1,000 visitor or 10,000, but I think uh, from overseas tourists, the number is still less. Comparing, for example, with the Danau Toba destination or Bali Island destination. Okay, so it is should be analyzed why the condition of tourism destination of Mount Tangkuban Perahu in Bandung is not drastically changing. Okay, I think uh, maybe there's the promotion, the less promotion, or also the supporting from facilities, or also uncomfortable the, the condition. There's many factors. So please, if you a choice about this topic, the Mount Tangkuban Perahu, for example, not only explaining about the condition, but also how the number of tourists domestically and internationally comparing with other tourism destination in with uh, other tourism destination in Indonesia or in overseas countries. Okay, so of course, as the student of history, we should also know about the historical background of this Mount Tangkuban Parahu. Not only historical background, including also there's many legend, legenda, okay, myth related to this tourism destination. So in this context, we should be know more, for example, related to the legend of Sangkuriang, a legend of what we call Dayang Sumbi. It is about the myth in anthropological perspective, but also as the history of education, we should also able to explain to the tourists, particularly from overseas countries, the historical dimension or historical perspective, maybe from the geologic geological approach or geographical approach, because I think the Mount Tangkuban Perahu, it is related to the volcanoes of this mountain, maybe in the uh, prehistory, okay, in before Greece. So we can get this information for the study from the uh, geological dimension or uh, geological expert. Okay. Okay. So and we can also uh, analysis, or if we will promote to others how the condition, how the facilities, how to access to this tourism destination. Okay, so there's many aspects that should be explained related to this tourism destination in order our tourism destination is interested in for the tourists, not only domestically but also internationally. Okay. Okay. The second is Gunung Padang in Cianjur Regency. I think it is also similar. It is the uh, what we call the prehistoric sites, or related to the megalithic site, because uh, we don't know more related to the, for example, historical background or the origin of this uh, archaeological sites. Okay, so I think someone who expert in geology, in anthropology, in archaeology can be explained more related to the Gunung Padang site in Cianjur. Okay, so as the student of history or the student of history education, of course, we didn't know more. For example, how about the age of this uh, what is archaeological sites? Okay, we don't know about the how we can measurement. For example, how many years old about the stone in the Gunung Padang. We we cannot know about that. But someone who expert in geology, in archaeology, based on the 14 carbon method, they more. For example, maybe based on the uh, what is geological expert, this Gunung Padang site uh, is the megalithic sites as long as, for example, 5,000 years out before Christ, for example. Okay, so I think, however, as the student of history, we should be now based on the geological expert, so we can explain to the tourists domestically, particularly internationally, how the historical background, how also the condition, how can access to this tourism destination, about the infrastructure, about the other facilities. Okay, and we can also uh, what we call calculate about the number of tourists domestically and internationally. So I think it is very important to the candidate of guide or tourist leader uh, to make our tourism destination is interested in for the tourists, particularly international tourists. Okay. And the third is Ujung Genteng Beach in Sukabumi. I think it is also one of the tourism destination that's be interested in. And I think it is the natural beach and beautiful beach. So it is also in the southern beach in Java Island. So comparing with the beach in northern area in Java Island, between the North Sea or the Java Sea and the Indian Sea, it is very different. Okay, so the beach in southern coastal in Java Island, it is the very natural and also what we call as the very beautiful, of course. But how we can access, how we can visit to this beautiful tourism destination so that the number of visitor, particularly the tourists comes from overseas country is growing and growing. Okay, so I think uh, based on the data in 2023, I think the number of visitor, particularly the tourists from abroad, is still less in the Ujung Genteng Beach, comparing, for example, with the beach in Bali Island or beach in Pattaya. Do you know Pattaya in Thailand? It is uh, the prominent beach, interesting beach also, the Pattaya. So maybe it is become the critical question. Why the tourism destination, particularly beach in Thailand, is popular comparing with the beach in Indonesia, exceptly Bali, okay, Bali Island. But beach in West Java, Central Java, East Java, including also beach in Sumatra, comparing with Thailand, Malaysia, the number of tourists, the number of visitors is still less or left behind comparing with other countries. Okay, so I think it is become the big homework to us as the candidate of the guide or maybe manager of the tourism sector, how to upgrade, okay, how to enhance our tourism destination so that it is become the prominent tourism destination. Okay. Again, I would like to share with you related to factors that uh, what is become the cause why the number of visitor, the number of tourists in Indonesia less comparing with the tourists in ASEAN countries, for example. Okay. Last week I mentioned about the facilities. Okay, facilities is not including here is infrastructure, highway, okay, road, hotel, restaurant, tribe wedding. Okay, I think if the tourist comes from Middle East, for example, or from Muslim countries, I think the tribe wedding is very critical. Okay, should be established, should be available. Parking area, okay, Cindemata or souvenir shop. I think it's very important. Do you know, for example, as comparing about the Al Jabar Mosque in Bandung, I think it is the tourism destination attractive. Okay, but unfortunately, for example, the access to the Al Jabar Mosque, there's no. road, there's no hotel, no restaurant, standard, right? There's less parking area, okay? So I think it is become the problem. So how we can uh, avoid the tourism destination in one hand should be comprehensively be analyzes what the facilities that supporting this tourism destination. And because tourists from abroad should be communicate each other, I think the infrastructure related to the internet or ICT, information and communication technology is very critical. Okay. So I think facilities here is uh, many aspect should be developed, infrastructure, not only the highway, road, hotel, restaurant, parade building, parking area, it is very important, okay? And souvenir shop, but also infrastructure related to the IT, okay? Information technology, particularly internet, okay? Or internet as the basic for the social media, okay? And secondly, as I have mentioned uh, last week, is stability. Stability here is not only comfortable, suitable, the natural environment, the surrounding area, okay, the the surrounding, the hotel surrounding, uh, the environment, the surrounding area, and then the facilities uncrowded, for example, because the facilities are okay and uh, should be set. Okay, so that the tourists from abroad said it is okay when visiting to this tourism destination because safely, comfortably, and excitingly. Okay, so I think uh, it is many aspect in improving the tourism destination. Okay, so I think it is become your task, your obligation, and your homework maybe. Okay, so maybe you can share your ideas in the video in the YouTube channel. Okay, so if you are as tourism sector manager, okay, or if you are as the guide or tour leaders, okay, what has to be done to enhancing the tourism destination? Please you choice one of the tourism destination in West Java province, including also in your surrounding area destination, tourism destination. Okay, so uh, please you think and please you analyze it, how we can enhance, how we can develop our tourism destination in our surrounding area, maybe in your agency, in your province, including also if we want to contribute your knowledge and policy, maybe in Indonesia as the country. Okay, so I think this is our lecture today related to the tourism destination in Indonesia. So as I have mentioned last week, Indonesia as the big countries, not only in population but also in size geographically, we have many interesting tourism destination. Every island in Indonesia has many attractive tourism destination. But the critical question is why the number of tourists, particularly international tourists or overseas tourists, still limited or still less or still left behind comparing with other countries. Okay, in ASEAN countries, for example, including also if we live in West Java, why the tourism destination in West Java, as I have shown with the case of Tangkuban Perahu, Gunung Padang, and also Ujung Genteng Beach, still behind in number of visitor international tourists comparing, for example, with the Bali Island, maybe other profile. So I think it has become the big homework for us as the candidate, maybe as the tour leader or the manager of tourism sector. So I think it is very important to share with you related to the tourism condition in Indonesia generally and in West Java profile particularly. Okay, before ending our lecture, please PG class to take picture and the participant of this lecture should be on camera so we can know about your participating in our Zoom meeting. Please, Ramdan, should be informed to your friends, should be on camera before you take the picture.
Okay, please open your camera for Akmal and Rama. Okay, I will start count. 1, 2, 3.
It
Okay,
is
once again.
just one slide.
Yes, once again,
Okay,
sir.
okay,
Okay,
thank
1,
you.
2, 3.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you
thank you.
very much. Thank you very much for your attending and your attention to this lecture today. And let's ending our lecture today by reciting together also Hamdalah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. And we will switch our lecture from Zoom meeting to the watching the video in the YouTube channel, including also the student who take the MBKM subject should be also making the brief report daily or weekly related to your activities in the MBKM agenda. Okay. Thank you very much. Inshallah, we will meet again in the next week with different topic. And next week, maybe the last lecture, because in the fifth meeting, I would like to see you to presentation about the pointers related to your topic, your title about the tourism destination. About the tourism destination is free, okay? So you can choice or select what based on your knowledge, your experience, this tourism destination is very interesting and can be enhanced or developed so that the number of visitor, not only domestically, particularly internationally, uh, uh, should be growing and more comparing with others tourism destination uh, in Indonesia or in ASEAN countries. Okay. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, we can